as we bring you up to speed with the latest happenings in Gambian football. Yes, we are into Ramadan, so we seek for forgiveness, and of course it's the last 10 days of Ramadan, and we pray that we witness Korite and many more Ramadans to come. So basically, this morning, our focus is on GFF projects, and our guest this morning, it's no other than Mr. Matar Jobe, GFF project liaison officer, as we look into what all the projects that he have ideas on, and to discuss. I call this program to set the record straight, because we think it's right for him to inform the public what is happening with all the projects that GFF has embarked on. So without much ado, I will allow him to briefly tell us who Mr. Matar Jobe is and his relationship with football. I know presently he is over the moon with the performance of a certain team that of course is pushing very hard to gain promotion into the promised land, the top tier of Gambian football. By the way, congratulations to Coach Omar Ndao. I know, but I was very, very, eager that Omar should win the, Coach of the Month award, and rightfully he was awarded the winner of the, Coach of the Month for February by the Gambia Football Coaches Association, led by Mr. Coach Jasper Toure, and all congratulations to him, to Fakeba, to Seydou Jeng, and all other coaches, Ibrahim Jata, So, Mr. Jobe, welcome to this program, and like I said, briefly take us through, who Mr. Matar Jobe is and your relationship with football, and particularly your work as the liaison officer of projects for the Gambia Football Federation.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim. It's a pleasure for me to be here with you and your audience. This is a program that I follow religiously. Because it gives updates on everything that is going on within the Federation. My name's Mr. Matar Jobe. I am a civil engineer by profession. I work with the European Union as their infrastructural project manager, and I also help or participate part-time with the Gambia Football Federation as a project liaison officer. Last but not the least, I am also the vice president of Carnifing Football.
Finally,
and take this opportunity to say thank you to the coaches and to say congratulations to our able coach. We call him Beck, but his real name is Omar Ndao. He's a young man, and he's really doing very well for Carnifing. Absolutely. Definitely, yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Yes, tell us, your duties as a project liaison officer for the GFF. What does work entail?
Okay, as a project liaison officer, just as the word, we are more like a coordinator, because normally you will have the consultant, and also you will have the contractor. But it is also good as a between the contractor and the consultant. So in the nutshell, that's my main role, but it doesn't this work because it's my profession. I'm a civil engineer by profession, so it's the role of the the consultant to go to the sites and supervise, but sometimes I play an overall role, go there anything that I can say, I can just forward it to the consultant to act on it. Yeah.
Now, basically, in the contractor and the consultant, what is the difference between them, and what is their role as far as infrastructural projects are concerned?
Very important roles to play. The consultant is responsible for the design and the support you have, but they normally take part in the recruiting of the contractor. They give their technical advice in terms of the design and the supervision role. So the contractor is the one implementing the project. In relation with the supervision of the consultant. So they are supposed to work together.
Okay.
You cannot have in this kind of contract like this consultant. When it is a small contract, you can always have a contractor, but it is safe and it is prescribed by FIFA and all these institutions. Whenever you have infrastructural project, you should have a consultant who will act as the supervision of the project.
Because people tend to, we will see figures. The contractor is paid this, the consultant is what their roles is. We know, of course, the contractor will be responsible for whatsoever is going there in terms of infrastructure, machineries and whatsoever to do the job. For the consultant, like you said, I think some of us are beginning to understand why it is important to have a consultant as part of the package, because whenever you hear figures, the consultant is paid this, the contractor is paid that, but I think that is important. By the way, let me also congratulate you on the latest contract signing by the Gambia Football Federation. I think just last week we were here, a full house, some of the biggest names in terms of, contractors and consultants were in this hall, and signing contract presided over by the GFF president. Now, remind us briefly about the projects and some of the contractors and all the details that you think is important for us to share with the public.
Okay, Ibrahim, thank you very much. Important projects, because apart from the football pitch, which is at the National Technical Training Center, all the other projects are at the province in the importance of having football to be played in all over the Gambia. It is very. It's a FIFA-funded project. They entail, let's say, about 3 lots and a block football field.
Okay.
So, for example, the first lot, which is Kuntaya and Biri Biri, these are supposed to be artificial football pitch will be constructed by FIFA approved contractors. They will be international contractors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are FIFA approved contractors. They came, about 6 to 7 of them came who have interest in the project. We took them to the sites. They went and visited the sites before, as requested by FIFA. We've done the geotechnical. What is the ground situation? What type of soil we have? What is the water level? These are of the ground, both of them. And those contractors we have furnished, and they went physically to saw the site, because if they did not satisfy the Kuntaya football fields, and the other 2, the second and the Kuinala football fields, this will be grass pitches similar to the other one, which I did not mention, but they will have a dressing room, they will have public toilet, they will have perimeter fence, similar to the same like what we have in Soma, which I think everybody appreciate because it's more rigid and it is stronger, similar to what we have in Banjul and Manjai. So this is apart from the perimeter fence, they will have 2 boreholes because the borehole that you need to do a football field is different from the borehole you need for the dressing room. These are small boreholes, but the football fields, you need heavy duty 3-phase boreholes and watering system. So they will be part of these 2 projects, which is in Block and in Kuinala, and they will have what we call the players and spectator separation. Because these are requirements by FIFA that at no point the players and the match officials they will have these fans will not have access to them. Okay. So the dressing room will entail 2 home and away team dressing room, commissioner office, referee's office, and medical room. The important thing is all the new facilities will be furnished with cupboards and tactical board, everything that you will need compared to our previous project. We've tried to upgrade, and in terms of the football pitch is the same. The contractor, in the nutshell, we are looking for a turnkey, what we call a turnkey project. The contractor is responsible for the goal table that the match commissioners normally sit. It is included in this project. So what we done before, we normally have a football field, then GFF will go there through the technical department to fix the nets and that. But this time around, we put everything, the consultant make sure everything is in the bill, that they will be responsible to buy everything. The markings, it is their responsibility. What we did is just give them to look like. So these are turnkey project, all of them. And in summer, in Kuntaya and in Biri, we are looking to have lights. Okay. It depends on what what type of offer that the have lights at the light locks, which is the plain brightness and everything. And the last but not the least is this continuation of the summer pavilion. We all saw the summer pavilion. We have a very rigid, strong. There is no activity there. So when we write to FIFA, we explain, we justify why it was not completed, and they end up agreeing to fund the completion of the summer pavilion, and we will reorient the inside because it was a long time ago. Now FIFA have a lot of changing in terms of the orientation and how the dressing room should look like. So we will break some of the walls and make sure we get the right orientation, and then we will have some sitting area and player fans, spectator and player match official separation, and some landscaping, some solar lights. So hopefully we plan to see summer to have a new and proper pavilion which can be used by everybody. So on that note, we have 2 serious contractors. For the grass pitches, we contracted Jigo Construction, who is one of the leading contractors in the Gambia in terms of infrastructure. And also for the other lots, we have a rising company called Tomosina, because we've tried them before. We gave them to complete some of the remaining works that was left in Manjai Kunda, in Banjul, and at some point in Gunjur also. So, and then we are able to complete them on time and to the quality that we want. So they participated in the tender, and they end up being the most responsive contractor. And on that note, I also want to emphasize that this process where, as the GS, because we did an open tender, we received a lot of companies who tendered. After receiving their tender, the procurement committee chaired by Chairman Falcons, have worked many times on this to evaluate these bids. Sometimes technical advice, I will just come and give my technical advice and leave them. So they went through all the bids and they come up with recommendations. Those recommendations didn't stop them. It goes to the projects and contract committee. It's a committee. They are not working for GFF, but they all have technical mind and technical. They also have their own judgment on what the from there FIFA has to come. Before they come, we have to scan all the documents and send them, like the electronic copy. They've looked through them. When they came, they projected all of them and they asked the question that they wanted to ask. From there, they went to site visits to all the sites and then they were satisfied. That's why they gave this project. Apart from the infrastructure, we also have the vehicle projects of the project, which is very important for the mobility of the regional football.
Each regional football association will
have a vehicle at double pickup cabin. Okay. The contractor, they have supplied pickups to the Gambia Police Force, to the Army, even to State House. So we can, supply these vehicles within a very short period of time. And apart from incentive, and also they will be branding these vehicles, because the branding activity is very important for everybody to know what this thing is all about in terms of where the funds are coming. For FIFA are very much interested in seeing these things. So it was part of the tender bid that they should be the one responsible to put the FIFA 4 logos, the GFF logos. My area, the boss, because it is for the football teams. I always say this. I am with Carnifin East Football Club, and we know how difficult for us in terms of, especially when you have to travel up country. We struggle a lot.
Jara Soma,
yes,
Kirjata,
and
very soon there will be Nyakoi.
Yes, so it will be more difficult for us.
And you will have.
So basically, we are that one is really interested for all of us, in terms of the transport and that, and we have contracted the Quantum Net Espace Moto, which is also one of the leading company in terms of vehicle procurement and that. So they tendered all these big companies. I can say they tendered, including Saibet Madi, all the big companies. But to be honest, it was Espace Moto that was the most responsive, and they will supply us with a 32-seater minibus, fully AC, and they also give us the service, maintenance, warranty period, and FIFA bus, and is for the football club for their mobility. So briefly, that's all about the projects. And the duration, which is very important, all the infrastructural project. For the vehicles, we are looking. For example, Espace Moto, they've already have these things in stock. But for the pickup, just after signing, they have started this pickup. So within 2 months' time, they should be able to deliver these vehicles.
Yes. Yeah. Indeed, this will surely be a game changer for Gambian football. And of course, now very briefly, because we are going to in the other part we must engage in Wolof to make sure that the majority of the people that are watching can. You talked about the contractors, the consultants, what the places that work are going to be done. But tell us the figures, the money, because we know, whenever millions are mentioned Gambians are like. Scope of the work and the manpower and all what is needed. Figures, can you
yes
share with us?
From the contract signing, the president has already elaborated on the figures, and it didn't stop that. There was a press release, and we shared these figures, the consultant and everything. I think it is very transparent.
Absolutely.
Yes. Work for a while, I can know but the approximate, you can say, because this information, the scope of the works for these parks, football fields, they are very similar. So that's why we have them in lot. So lot 1, which is the Kuntaya and Block football field, this is a complete new football field. It's a grass pitch, and it's in the tune of 25 million. Kuntaya for both Block and Queenala,
okay.
And is won by the same contractor. So for lot 2, which is the FIFA artificial turfs, FIFA themselves, they will be the one doing the turf. Their contractors, as I mentioned earlier. But we also have
that they came and they went to the ground to do inspection.
Yes.
And you are like, if they are not satisfied, they will not go ahead with. Before you move on, are they satisfied with?
Yes. They were very satisfied in terms of the information we sent them and what they found on site. Because definitely it was a very flat land. Some of them even showed me some of the projects that they are doing in other parts of, and it's very difficult. So they were all very excited that the land was very flat, and it was not very far from the things that they will need. For example, the quarry, because they will need quarry to get this lot right. In Kuntaya, we went to the quarry. All these quarry, they are within a radius of half a kilometer. So it was very, very what they saw. And in terms of accommodation, they even went to Kuntaya, because in the Combo it's not a problem. But luckily we have a happiness, another happiness there. It is a well-furnished, fully AC. We are seeing when they come, we see how, because they will be staying a long time. So basically they were happy with what they saw. When they went to the quarry, they also saw the material. It was very mature and it is in abundance. So they were happy.
Okay. Now to
for Kuntaya, as I said, FIFA will be the one doing the football turf. That is their area. When they do the tendering and the awarding of the contract, they will send us the and how much do they intend to spend on that, because these are Gambian allocated money. So very soon they will come, because there's a relationship between the international tender and the local tender. The local borehole, but it will have borehole, because the type of borehole you need for a grass pitch is different from the one that you need for an artificial turf. So they will have public toilet, all the fixtures that the other have it, and they will be also fully furnished. They will furnish the dressing rooms, they will furnish the football field, they will do the rest. So that's why that project will have a big relationship with what FIFA will be doing, and they are in the tune of 10 million on both sides. Kuntaya is a little bit higher, but it's not that much because of the distance, and you have to travel there with the material. Significant, but they are all in the tune of 10 million. So for the summer pavilion, that one application that we did, these are because we have a lot of concrete work in terms of the top slab. We are the orientation and the finishing, because finishing is not very cheap. You look at the ceiling, which will be POP. Toilets, these are all components that are not cheap, and the dressing room is not very small. Dressing room, so that's why it's in the tune of 6 million, and that was the most responsive. People we are bidding far more than that we contractor to be able to bring the price to the budget that the GFF have. But yeah, that is it.
In terms of public, even the people that are not into football, to Nyakoi and the figure that was mentioned about the project. Just briefly, there during the laying of the foundation, we saw what was there, and we were there luckily for the. We are all along involved in every step of that project.
Yes, it's true. Nyakoi to talk about it because it's a project that we completed and it have changed and what we are now. It has attracted a lot of questions, not only asked me about Nyakoi, and I think day before yesterday, because we normally have a executive meeting. 50% of the meeting end up being about Nyakoi. Yeah. We are in the meeting till around 2 o'clock in the morning, talking about specifically about Nyakoi. And it was good. It was really good because it is an opportunity for them. Because we in Kanifing, we always say that because whatever we need, we can have it. And you are part of that. And we are bombarding me with questions. It was heated, but most of them, majority of them, they understood how these processes work. And, it was really good that we talk about it. Because Nyakoi, definitely, as the president said at his interview, we had to negotiate with the contractor. Because, Ibrahim, building a football field is different from building your house. Football field, it entails a lot of, other things that is not concerned with the building your house. And also, when you talk about this kind of projects, as I said earlier on, you have to have a consultant, because this 14 million that they are talking about, it is not only is paid to the consultant. Let's say about normally 5% of the amount goes to the contract or goes to the consultant, because he's and the supervision, and he was having team and people there, so he must have charges because he's a business. Apart from that, you will also have to pay tax in this project. 10% is that was paid to the contractor. These are money that was paid directly to the respective institution that was supposed to be paid. So when you look at that, already 15% is gone. They are requesting for what we call the advance payment guarantee. We are requesting for what we call the attracts money, but it also attracts collateral, because you are going to the bank to tell them GFF is giving me 14 million. If at all I fail, the bank will pay out of the bank. So when you go to the bank, they will charge for these things, and they will also ask for collateral. Most of the time, it should be a leased property, because these are a significant amount of money that when you default, it is their responsibility to pay. You understand? Movement of heavy equipments. We are engineers, we know how these machines cost. For example, a grader is costing you $50,000 per day. You understand? And you need a grader for minimum of 10 days to be able to level the field, get the slope, cut here, fill here. And it's not only a grader, you will need a loader to load your to grow this grass. These are garden soil that you need to purchase from outside. When you, but it is your responsibility to bring the machines there. So at some point you will have a grader, you will have a loader, you will have to make sure, because this processes of mixing the material, you need this equipment. At the same time, you will have a compactor. So just look at the point that I gave you. Nearly 6 million has gone on this type of activities. You understand? So these are my colleagues in my executive level at Carnifin, and they understand, because if you never hire a machine, you will not know that a grader machine costs $50,000 for 8 hours. We elaborate this thing so that they will not know. So, for example, in Nyakoi, 14 million as with the contractor, because the amount, it was far more than that. Similar to the new project you see, what Jigo is doing different from Nyakoi is just the public toilet and maybe the furnishing. It's very insignificant. But look at the price, it's almost 25 million.
Lesson learned from the Nyakoi
exactly.
Going forward.
Yeah, because when the consultant came up with the design, we told him, look, was not like that. It was having pillars, it was having verandas, outside verandas for players to relax. It was not within the budget. You know, what we have in Nyakoi is almost similar to what the dressing room in Birkama. Because yes, outside lights, you know, a lot of other things. But we have to cut to be able to get to where we are. And part of this cut came with the famous toilet. You know, the toilet, it was part of the cut because it was a squat toilet. It was supposed to be a proper toilet. But we are cutting in different areas until we get to the toilet. But as a team, we realized people and their toilet, you cannot touch it. So if at all we have the chance, we could have even changed the windows or the ceiling and leave the toilet. Because people are very, very attached to their toilet. And the rest assured, we will not see square toilets again. A pit latrine where everything goes down, it goes through the pipes. But we learn from these things. You know, when you cut, there are certain things that you will not.
Toilets, yeah.
So now, because you can see the good work that we did there, yeah, everybody was focused in the toilet.
Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
and
perimeter fence.
Exactly. You know, but the toilet was the focal point. Yeah. And we learned from that. Next time, when we have this kind of situation, we can say, no, there will be no lights. But the toilet. I have a legitimate question from not only people like you say inside the football, even my wife. He will become, Mata, look at this thing. How can you do this? Why you do? I will have to explain to her that, look, this is not me, this is a committee and this is the amount that we have. You know, project with other projects like, yeah, you know, this the Dutch Lion football field, and these are different projects, but they have their own budget. You know, and it's a different ball game. So if you want to compare those two projects, it will be difficult. But be rest assured, the money that was said to be spent in Nyakoi, it was spent. The contractor has to negotiate with a lot of other things because these are very expensive material. We all know if you involve in a building construction, it's very expensive. You go to Gympex today with 1 million before you realize you will not even have fare to go back. You will spend everything. For the Bahama grass, yes, the contractor has to order somebody, a company from Senegal. We did the Bahama grass for free. That's not true. That's not true, because I was there when they were negotiating to make sure, because we recommended this guy to him. Sumbala, and he knows his stuff very well. He did most of the grass football pitch. At some point he was in Nyakoi for a very long time with his team. Although which is normal. Anywhere you go, you tend to empower the local people to be part of the project. But we rest assured he was paying them, because we make sure he paid these people, because it wasn't GFF who paid him, but it was the contractor. But he paid everybody to the fullest, and anybody who participated or worked there was paid to the fullest through the contractor. So we can highlight, and a lot of other challenges came through. For example, like this president said it, when we come to Nyakoi, can't start, but everybody was not feeling happy to starting and destroying all this farm. We have to wait for the rainy season to finish
because they already
started the farming. We have to wait for them to cultivate. Definitely, this is the reality there. You know, I have my own company. I do construction works for other institutions like the KMC and a lot of other institutions. Set at the Serekunda market in the tune of about 4-point-something million. Publish the figures, but if you go there, without not knowing, you will tell me no matter. That's a lot, but this is the reality of the construction in the Gambia.
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
All right, we are fast. su ko defee rek ñu tënk ko rek si luñ doon wax ci olof tuuti pour ñeneen ñi nga xam ne xëj na angale bi melut noonu su ko defee ñu mun a gën a understand lu ñoo waxtaane ñi ngay waxtaane projets yi GFF yow yaa nekka maanaam ci diggante contractors yi ak bépp projet boo xam ne ñu ci dugga su ko defee nag ñu doore ko rek ci lu gën a ci nu mu gën a gàttee rek nga tënkal ñu rek lan moo waraloon signing ceremony boobu noonu ak tamit yan place la GFF dugal pour daal di fa def ay football pitch ak yeneen mbir yoo xam ne ñu ngi ko séntu ci weer yi ci kanam.
gis naa ne moom yéen journaliste yi moom amu leen time ñëwee rek ngeen xarba ñu rek mu gaaw yéen ay 5 hours ngeen ñu war a jox su ko defee ñu mun a wax yëpp lu ñu war a wax dafa bari waaw si invitation bi ngeen ma jox comme ni ma ko waxee woon rek si angale man maa ngi tudda Matar Diop man waaye comme ñun daal ñu ngi si wàllum sampa bi waaw man nag maa ngi nekkul ne GFF rek laa dee liggéey dama dee liggéeyal European Union maa ngi am suma compagnie boppa ba pare dama dee ñëw GFF trop pour mun a toog benn place waaye because man tam maa ngi si football te ñun ñoo moom suñu football loolu offer suma service free pour make sure some of this project ma nekk si di si liggéey waaye bu ma commencé portfolio comme ma nekk officer so loolu mooy mun a tax ma mun a liggéey si projet si waaye liggéey naa fi lu yàgga fekk aw ma sa portfolio maa ngi doon dem si fiil yi ak yooyu noonu Kanifing football team la ñu ngi si GFF bi ñu ngi play si second division bi waaw so loolu moo gën a tax sa ak yooyu so loolu moo ma gën a motivate ma ne xaaral ma ñëw man tam comme man lii nekkoon na comme lu ko président waxee loo xam ne ñoom tamit institution ñoom football bi lañ gën a xam dan construction bi so lu bari dañ ko doon depend si consultant bi ak contractor bi waaye man su ma ñëwee naa nekk in a better position pour mun a nekk si diggante bi ba pare ñoom tam ma mun leen a xelal bu baax si mbiri construction bi ñëw def nii
briefly rek wax ñu signing ceremony bi keroog fii daanaka feesoon na
waaw
ak consultant pour projets yoo xam ne ñu ngi ko fas yéene sumba te ñu ngi ko nata ci ay
daanaka 5 different project la waaw bi mooy am na buy dem all yudum si kër GFF bu ñoo ooyee National Technical Training Center foofu fiil bi ñu ngi ko tuddee suñu lijjan bi biiri yal na yàlla seddal suuf si kawam parce que weeri koor bi ñun ñëpp xam ne lu mu def si football so basically lañ tuddee biiri bi so biiri moom dafa nekk artificial turf lu ñoo ooyee carpet comme noonu lañ ko ooyee nekkul comme natural grass dina am dressing room am public toilet am borehole ba pare ñu ngi seet na dina mun a am lampa ko boobu ñun nekkul ne ñun ñoo koo def boobu FIFA ñoom ñoo koo def moom la ak Kuntaya yi nii soo bàyyi xel maa ngi laa wax football field loolu tam bëgg naa ñu bàyyi si xel ko football field dafa utee ministérium léegi soo ne ministérium nit ñi luñ dee expect daf dee xaw a lifin bi ko ñun ñëpp xam nañ lu ministérium mii pavillon yu mag yi ak yooyu waaye ñun what we are doing is a football field waaye naming bi sometimes moo dee xaw a indi jaxase bi so moo tax yii nii ñëw nii ma taxaw si ne leen ko oyee football field bi ko football field la although most of them ñu ngi am new land yoo xam ne mun nañ ko develop ëllëg si biir ñoom ay pavilion yu mel ni Kuinala yu mel ni Kuntaya yu mel ni ay Ñaako yëpp disa lands yoo xam ne regional RFA bi ñoom ñoo ko am si community bi te ñoom fu mu nekk nii mun nañ faa develop dafa leen ne comme Soma ak NTTC naka la mel waaye these are football fields for now so basically Kuntaya dañ fa am benn dañ am fii nii tam benn Old Yundum so apart from comme Old Yundum bi yu si des yëpp si kaw gi la nekk because ñoom buñ ñëwee man fekkuma fi waaye li ma dégg ci ñoom mooy dañ bëgg a football ñu play ko Gambia yëpp waaw so basically loolu taxoon ñu am stratégie pour region bu nekk mu am football field understand nga so basically Ñaako yi ñëpp gis nañ ko URR génn na si beneen bi mu ngi West Coast beneen bi mu ngi North Bank beneen bi mu ngi LRR Central River region bi tam ñu ngi work on it because boobu mention moo ko waaye boobu Morocco ñoom wax nañ ne dinañ ñu ko sampal nañ ko def football tof moo tax boole wuñ ko si projet yi nii ñëwoon nañ fi seen ingénieur bi ñëw na liggéey ñëw nañ fi ñaari yoon liggéey naa ñoom seen nañ leen ay information yu ñoo soxla yu bari so ñoom tamit xam nga ñu ngi leen di déglu président bi daf dee follow up ak ñoom waaye loolu rek a tax Bansang apart from Bansang region si yëpp fu mu nekk nii ñu ngi leen di develop so bloc la ñoom ñoo nekk LRR ak West Coast so ñoom grass pitch mooy lu ñoo wax ñax similar to luñ am comme nga ne guñ ñoom so ñax yooyu noonu dinañ ànda dressing room dinañ ànda public toilet dinañ ànda système bi yooyu so mentionoon naa ko tam naa ko mentionnaat projets yi nii yëpp dañ war a am furnitures lépp lu football soxla in terms of sitting mooy benches yee table contracteur bi dañ ko fay pour mu def loolu noonu
yu nekk si biir
dressing room bi ak si biti yëpp so dañ ko fay ñaala ak bloc ñoom dañoo nekk grass pitch su passé loolu Soma amoon pavilion bu fa commencé woon around 2018 waaye dafa dem ba si biir mu stop so most of the project loolu moo de nekk seen problème man ma ñëwee loolu tam change naa ko dañ daan under budget project si am so ñu dem di bugg a sampa loo xam ne is 200,000 so daf dee dem ba si biir mu am problème because sof xëy na su fekkoon ne daf dee mun a possible
te xaalis yi du dee teel a ñëw
xaalis yi du daan teel a ñëw daan FIFA seen boppa bu ñu fi ñëwee ñoom accept nañ ne seen loi yi dafa dëgëroon trop pour xaalis di ñëw da ngaa binda Sénégal binda Morocco binda Suisse so daf daan nekkal bari wàññi nañ ko ba pare tam bu ñëw xaalis yu ñu dee joxe time boobu dañ laa jox lu bari loo xam ne di nga mun a commencé ba yow bàyyi di time ngay laajtewaat dina fekk yow puus nga lu bari o am na benn bala moo jeex sax mun ngaa laajte waat so ñoom tam seen lifin bu ñu fi ñëwee wax si mbiri loolu noonu so basically Soma tam dinañ jekkali leen liñ fa jotoon a def xaalis yi si spend ak lu des ak problème bi yëpp gars yi understand because ñoom FIFA ñoom it dañ am seen ay engineers dañ am seen ay liggéeykat for construction soo leen waxee lu make good sense duñ nangu nañ xam ne li make good sense te they will come and see so soo leen wonee payment si nga def won leen design bi won leen everything won me soo leen satisfied ngeen leen joxaat xaalis ngeen jekkali ko waaye soo leen waxoon loo xam ne anywut maana duñ ko na projet si yëpp loolu moo si nekka even biiri fiil bi sax jotoon nañ koo door waaye ñoom buñ leen bindee won leen lan mooy problème bi dañ ñëw fii seet ko def seen investigation bañ paree ñu ne nañ leen joxaat xaalis ngeen defar ko so loolu moo nekk situation bi si fiil yi so 5 so yooyu la ñoo develop mooy moo bloc Kuinala Kuntaya Soma ak Biri mooy national technical
ay moto tamit bokk nañ ci
waaw moto yi bokk nañ si waaw dinañ am juróom-ñetti pick-up waaw juróom-ñetti pick-up xaw ma na waaw yooyu dina ñëw yooyu dañ ko indi pour regional football association si because football bi ñun yaaguñ si waaye tamit ñu ngi doo xam doo dee xam lu bari ñun bañ si nekkee nag ñun Kanifing dañ dee research dañ dee xam so si lañ door a understand ne Gambia ndiki football bi dañ am 7 regions yoo xam ne ñoom ñëpp dañ am président te président yooyu ñoom ñoo dee contrôle seen région yi bii mooy central bu mag bi GFF waaye ñu ngi am 7 président loolu foofu yaay organise sa third division yaay organise sa activités yi ñoom tam dañ dee sona activités foofu bokkee wuta seen meeting ñu dee ñëw fii ñoom ñëpp région si dafa rëy ba pare ñoom ñëpp executive member lañ dañoo war a ñëw meeting ba pare dañoo war a ron seen third division league si seen qualify round si ak yooyu noonu so dañ dee struggle waaw ñun ñëpp xam nañ travel bi Gambia so moo tax ñoom ñu amoon éene ne nañ try bala ñoo dem ñu defaral ñu utal leen ay moto yoo xam ne seen movement si so basically loolu tax ñoom tam jënal nañ leen 7 mooy juróom-ñaari si dani bot office bi si boppam ku nekk mun na ko use not ne dañ ko jëndal pour office bi pour ñoom seen activité si waaw so loolu moo si nekk so apart from loolu am na beneen luñ jëndal pour football yi jigéen yi gis nañ jigéen yi seen football bi ñoom tam nuñ lee sonné si seen movement ak yooyu te ñoom ñoo dee organise seen own league ak yooyu noonu so moo tax ñoom tamit bi not seen président office yi jigéen yi ñoom tamit nañ am moto pour seen own activités yu ñu dee def bi ko dañ dee am activité ba si pour team si yëpp team boo xam ne soxla nga ko mun ngaa ñëw ñu jox bravo waaw
jërëjëf Matar xam naa ne loo bëgg a yëpp luñ waroon a waxtaan yëpp inshallah pour ñu gën a yaatal rawatina mbiri ñaakoy boo xam ne tënk nga yëpp ci angale so daf doon important tamit pour ñu wax ko ci waxtu moo ñu xoj fu mu nekk nii so ñu bàyyi la rek nga tàggatoo su ko defee beneen yoon inshallah nañ la fi am ñu gën a mën a yaatal
waaw jërëjëf Ibrahima waaw man tam c'est plaisir yow ak sa team bi ma ñëw fii fanaa bi mooy suma second bi nag moom every time daf ma dee xëcca waaw comme ni ma la ko waxee man tam dama dee busy trop waaw nekkul ne GFF rek laa nekka maa ngi si yeneen activités yi waaye it is always a pleasure ñun dañ dee sawar pour di ñëw di wax si mbiri projet yi because daf dee tax suñ mbokk si biti rek ñoo dee wax ñëpp dañ dee bugg a xam bi ko football bi comme lu Bakary first vice président bi wax la dafa àndaa noise dafa àndaa coow leeral yeneen mbir yi because ñeneen yi nekkul ne dañoo against den dafa leerul si ñoom dañ xamul waaye ne soo ñëwee nga leeral ñi si genuine nañ understand so ñun tam on that note xam naa ne time bi gàtta na waaw man bari waaye kontaan nañ lu duuf si ndawal yëpp xëjul si cin li origaay yi ñu siyaal luñ lu ndaw liñ ci xam su defee lii tam foog naa dina jëriñ ñeneen ñi ci biti ñu understand xam nga ñun tam fii naka lañ dee operater in terms of the infrastructural project maa leen di wax jërëjëf nangu suñu or ñun ñëpp barke daraja rasulullah
sallallahu alayhi wa sallam all right thank you so much Diop, GFF Project Liaison Officer. Thank you so much for being with us. I want backup crew. We have the director, the manager, Mariama, Mohammed, and the whole crew, including Amadou Oba. And thank you so much. We will be back. Keep sporting, I want to say, or keep playing. Thank you so much for being with us.